بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعد أما بعد. Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So before we continue with the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which we are discussing from the previous videos, we need to put this into practice. When you go to study and you become a doctor or lawyer, engineer, any profession, you go through the whole system. And then there's a practical stage also which you need to practice. So we need to practice this advice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if you go back and we will listen to those videos, which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the advice that he gave to Ibn Abbas, احفظ الله يحفظك احفظ الله تجده تجاهك وإذا سألت فسأل الله وإذا استعنت فاستعن بالله. All this is to build our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make our connection more stronger. That when we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then the hadith that's coming, which I'm going to mention today, that وَلَوْ اجْتَمَعَتْ وَعَلَمْ أَنَّ الْأُمَّةَ لَوْ اجْتَمَعَتْ عَلَى أَنْ يَنْفَعُكَ بِشَيْءٍ لَمْ يَنْفَعُكَ بِشَيْءٍ إِلَّا قَدْ كَتَبَهُ اللَّهُ لَكَ وَإِنِ اجْتَمَعُوا عَلَى أَنْ يَضُرُّكَ بِشَيْءٍ لَمْ يَضُرُّكَ بِشَيْءٍ إِلَّا قَدْ كَتَبَهُ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكَ رُفِعَتِ الْأَقْلَامُ وَجَفَّتِ الصُّحُفُ. This is the ending of the hadith. That if the whole creation was to come to benefit you, they can only benefit you what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written for you. So this all depends on the individual's yaqeen, the conviction with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ana inda dhanni abdi bi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, I deal with my slave like how he deals with me. So what is our conviction with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So if the whole ummah, the whole creation was to come to benefit you in any way, they cannot do nothing except with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written for you, it can benefit you that way. On the other hand, وَإِنْ اجْتَمَعُوا عَلَىٰ أَنْ يَضُرُّكَ بِشَيْءٍ, if the whole entire creation was to come to harm you, they can only harm you what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written for you. So harm benefit is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That no one can harm you, no one can do anything to you. Similarly, our enemy, for example, is the nafs and the shaitan. Our enemy is nafs. Every single individual who have recited La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, they have an enemy. What the enemy is? One is shaitan, their own. Everyone has a shaitan. And also their nafs. This is the battle we are fighting. Our life, we're fighting this battle. That's why a warrior is the one who fights with his nafs. Al-mujahid man jahada nafsah. The shaitan will whisper to you. Nowadays it's very easy. It's very easy to indulge in haram if you're not mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very easy. And shaitan has his ways, everyone, and shaitan knows our weak points, right? So this is the battle we are fighting with our nafs and shaitan. But if we submit ourselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect you. And then this is hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that if they were to gather to harm you, they can try as much as they want to harm you in whatever sense. But if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written Allah is going to protect you, they can try as much as they want. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Similarly, you see today, for example, today, how they destroy our iman. How they destroy the iman. First thing you see is that the roots, they know the roots. So they indulge everyone in interests. Indulge everyone in interests. Buying house on mortgage, financing the car, also interests, credit cards, interests, student loan, interests, all this interest. Why? Because the one who is indulged in interest is basically declaring war with Allah. So this is the root. So they will indulge everyone in this, trap everyone. It's like a trap. See? So the first thing is that we need to come out of this trap, and how to come out of this trap is that we have to turn towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have to come out of this interest. We have to make tawbah and give everything up. But for that we need that faith also. But other than that, you see, because when a person, another tool they have is the internet, this net, even the word they use, web, it's a spider's web. That once they bring everyone onto the web, the spider, they catch all the flies. After the spider, catch all the flies. Now it's time to eat those flies up. They're going to eat all the flies. What, everyone come onto the internet, what is spending the time? Are they obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are we spending it on haram or halal? It's very difficult even to be on the platform of halal. So here we need to put this hadith into practice. احفظ الله يحفظك احفظ الله تجده تجاهك. And we need to fight this battle with the nafs and the shaitan. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also reward us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward a taste of Jannah in this world also. Yes, in this world also. A taste of Jannah in this world. من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة. Those who do good deeds, be it man or woman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them a pleasurable, beautiful life, a peaceful life. A life, نحيينه حياة طيبة. Rizq halal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide sustenance which is halal, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make his life, make his living, his livelihood, everything, or hers. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will, basically your life will be very smooth, very smooth. Okay? Cruise control. They don't know, all you need to do is just hold the steering wheel. You don't need to do much effort, but you need to look here and there, but cruise control. But this is a life with taqwa. If we choose that life, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help us. But if we choose the opposite, then we are the one who are choosing ourselves. So this advice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that if the whole entire creation was to come to get together to harm you, they cannot harm you except what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written for you. Now this all depends on the individual's conviction with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also. How much conviction he has with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how much you believe in the seen and how much you believe in the unseen. You see, one is what we hear every day, what we see, what we hear. You see, I'll give an example. For example, how much we believe. Let's give you an example. So what we hear through media, through news, what we see, and what is the reality. Because we have to understand that nowadays this is one of the tools to misguide people, to deceive, is through this. If they want to get a narrative spread out in the whole globe, they will spread it through the media. Just imagine if there was no TV, there was no internet, how can they spread it? So nowadays, you see, we have to be very, we have to bring this yaqeen with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what Allah says, what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say. And we cannot believe. We can hear what reality, what this reality is, we don't know. It's possible of doubt. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran and the Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there's no doubt. So we're coming back to the Hadith. رفعت الأقلام وجفت الصحف. تقدير. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the pens have been lifted. That when we will come in this world, when we are born, when we're going to die, what we're going to do, everything is written. Everything is written, what is going to happen. In Lawh Mahfuz. But talking about taqdeer, inshallah, we'll talk about that in the next video, inshallah. Wa akhiru dawna alhamdulillah rabbil alameen.